Hello everyone, welcome back, or welcome to my channel. There's a lot of things that make me uncomfortable, one of them being taking accountability for my actions and addressing my laziness, to name a few. The second episode of Visual Diaries, I didn't want to make this video because I'd rather do anything than to talk about things that I need to fix about myself. So I was just wanting to do anything else than this, but here I am. Discomfort is the name of today's episode. Having conversations with myself that make me uncomfortable, like accountability and my ego and the fact that I'm been lazy and I don't have any motivation to do anything, and that I love to make excuses for myself. Again, just to name a few. This pile of clothes on my bed that's been here since last night, that's supposed to be folded and put up, but I haven't done it. This shoebox that's been in my room for over a year and a half. My yoga mat, which also sits in the corner of my room collecting dust. I bought it for $20 on Amazon, but I've only used it a few times. Or like these pictures that's been on my wall for about a year or so, and they're peeling off, but I still haven't taken them down yet. Just a few examples of what I've been dealing with in terms of not doing things when I need to be doing them. I'd rather not have responsibilities. I want to change my life, but I don't want to do the work to do that. I can see how my life is gonna go, and I'm gonna be successful, and I'm gonna be doing all these things that I tell myself I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna change, and I'm gonna be more disciplined. But I just don't want to do the work that it takes to get there at all. At all. This video is pretty fitting to make for the new year because it'll help me keep moving forward. It'll help me grow. It's supposed to help me grow. That's why I'm doing it, to hold myself accountable. Chapter 1, accountability. I don't mean accountability within my relationships, because although I've had relationships in my past where they went wrong and I felt like it was all the other person's fault and that I didn't do anything wrong, a part of that is true. However, I wasn't perfect in any of the relationships that I had. There was times where I wasn't a good friend and I didn't really realize that until now. Though people have hurt me by leaving my life, I've made mistakes in those relationships as well. So that's not really what I need accountability on. I need it when it comes to wanting to change my life, but not doing anything about it. I want to work out, I want to drink more water, I want to journal, I want to meditate, but I don't. It's very difficult to try to start doing something even though you're very new at it and you can't find yourself being consistent because you just don't want to. I know that I have to, but I don't want to. It's confusing and it makes me feel like maybe I don't want all these things in my life, but I do. I feel like being disciplined is loving yourself enough to do the things that you don't want to do. Doing the things that you hate doing right now for your future self, because your future self could grow because of it. Me journaling or exercising, bettering my health, taking care of myself. I know that being disciplined is an act of self-love, but I don't know how to push myself. Everybody tells you why you should do it and how it'll change your life, but nobody tells you actually how to do it. It stresses me out sometimes to know that I'm in charge of my life. I'm in charge of what happens. I'm in charge of where I go. I'm in charge of who I talk to, who I decide to give my time to. But part of me doesn't want to be. Not because I don't care for it, but because it's too much work, which brings me to my point about laziness. Something that makes me uncomfortable to think about is all the pain that I've been in, and a part of me knows that it makes me feel comfortable. That's why I struggle with journaling about my feelings. I struggle with reading self-help books and things like that because I know they'll bring up feelings. I know they'll bring up feelings that I know I don't want to feel anymore, but if I happen to stop feeling that way, I feel like things will be worse. And I know that's not true, but that's what it feels like. I'm gonna read a page from a book called You Will Feel Whole Again. I brought this up before in my detachment video. And this page talks about comfortability and how, although it hurts, you should get out of that spot. So yeah, I'm gonna read that. Sometimes we stay in homes and with people who feel comfortable. The foundation can be crumbling and the roof is still leaking, but still we stay. We stay because we've been there for however long and we cannot fathom living elsewhere. All our belongings are there, and to move them, to pack them up, and decide which to keep and which to toss feels too daunting. The comfort takes precedence over every possible reason we could have for leaving, because comfort is undoubtedly hard to come by. The length of time we've already stayed outweighs all other logic. Pain is like this too. We live in it for a time, burrow our way in before we know it. We just cannot find the energy to make our way out. It's not pretty, and it's not somewhere we want to invite anyone into, but it's comfortable. It becomes a veil that covers us and It becomes a veil that covers us in what seems like contentment, but it's really something else. It is really the thing that will keep us from arriving at where we're meant to go and who we're meant to be. Do not live in pain forever simply because it resembles comfort. Take care to pack up your belongings. Take time to decide what to keep and what to toss. There is somewhere better for you to be. It is very, very difficult to move from a place like that. So while I am moving, while I am taking the journey to leave that place that is horrible for me, but I feel comfort in it, to show myself grace. I don't want to spend another year of my life doing the same things, complaining about the same things, being around the same people. Lastly, I feel that I know that I struggle with leaving things in the past. That is a huge problem for me. I think about the past. I think about things that have happened. I think about people that I've been with. Sometimes I reminisce about a person in my past, and deep down, I want them back, even though they've been horrible to me. But I think about them, and I want things to go back to the way that they used to be. But it's been over a year now. It's not gonna happen, which is a good thing. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed. This one specifically is just kind of for myself, and hopefully it helps you. But it's really for me. So thank you for watching. I've been gone for too long. I had a cold. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I had a cold and I'm still kind of recovering from it. So I haven't been making content. But the content is coming soon. Very soon. I say that all the time and it doesn't. That's another thing that makes me uncomfortable. Making content and promising videos that don't come out. But Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe.